Now, I should be mad, but I'm really not that mad at this comic, but I'll explain. Hey everybody, it's your boy Nerdicane. Thank you for tuning in. I'm doing another comic book review. I'm doing something different. I'm not really a DC guy. I've stayed away from it. The DC characters have never really appealed to me that much, but I'm sort of just over it with Marvel. I'm tired of Marvel, and I have another video about Marvel coming up soon. So I picked up a couple DC books, or some indie or an Image book and a DC book. And there's Tiva climbing around like a maniac. But I picked this up. I should be mad at this book because see how cool this cover is, and this is why I bought it, because of the how cool this cover looked. Nothing like this even happens in the book. This is, if you're gonna go through the whole method, if you're gonna go through the whole process of making a comic book, you should at least do something cool in the comic book. There should be some really cool action, because not just for the sake of action, but because anybody out there, I don't really read this Red Hood and the Outlaws. I really don't read this book, but I picked it up because it has a cool cover. In every book, there should be something cool in order to catch a reader like me, a casual reader who's just poking in. Hey, this looks cool. Let's go see what this is. Let's go see what this is about. There should be something interesting and some cool action in the book to grab my attention and say, hey, there's a reason to come back for issue number 43. This one didn't do that. This one failed to do that. It gave me no reason to come back for issue number 43. Now, like I said, I should be mad, but I'm not really mad because I guess I have here's credit where credit's due. The art, I really like the art. I don't know if I've ever seen this guy's art before, but they're doing something weird with Bizarro Superman too. He's like some sort of like meditating, yoga doing guru. I don't know who any of these characters are. I know Bizarro Superman. I don't know why this little kid is like an evil genius being held by Mum-Ra's sister. They call this Doomsday, but it doesn't look like Doomsday, and I don't know what's going on here. But I'm a comic book reader. I can ride along with that. That doesn't bother me. I can go through that, no problem. The problem I have is, what I stated before. Nothing happens in this book. There's no cool action. Even if you just do like a tiny little training segment where they're doing training sparring, or he's Red Hood, have him see like a mugging across the street and he grabs a garbage can lid while he's talking to Artemis and he slings it and he knocks out 2 or 3 muggers with a garbage can lid from across the street. Have something cool like that. It just takes a couple panels. Just have something cool like that. Give me something to go on. But one of the reasons I'm not mad is, the art just looks great. Look at this motorcycle. That's a really well-drawn motorcycle. You can actually, and I used to ride sport bikes. I can tell this top part is a little narrow. You need it to be a little wider, but generally speaking, this looks like a bike that you could pull straight out of this comic book and you could make into it. This is the other reason. Look at Artemis. Look how gorgeous she looks. This is like what Marvel's kind of forgotten and what DC still does with very little problem. I'm going to skip a couple pages. This book is basically these weird villains in that side story talking about, they're not even making a plan. They're talking about making a plan. And this is sort of like Red Hood and Artemis talking about the adventure they just had and talking about sort of their relationship that's going on together. And it looks really good. Artemis looks, absolutely great. She looks really great. But there's a couple panels, and I'll see if I can find it to show it to you towards the end, where apparently her hair is enchanted, because she has the danger hair in the beginning, and then at the end, her hair is just grown all the way back. This is weird. I don't know what this line was about. I laughed until I stopped. I don't know what that was. So here's sort of I don't know what this is either. But like I said, I'm a comic book fan. I can go with this. If you give me a reason to come back for 43, I'll stick around to see what this was all about. This weird bum who's not actually a bum, saying salvation and this stuff. I'll stick around for that, but you got to give me something to go on. Look at this. Yes, she does have enchanted hair, as they explain in this. Look at the size of her forehead in this one. And then here, not so bad. Granted, yes, it's a little different angle. She's tilted her head down a little bit, but that's like 5 feet of forehead. It just doesn't, it's all over the place, but they actually have something that you just don't see in Marvel comic books. You have a normal heterosexual relationship. I'm not going to spoil what they do. You know, they have a kiss, which is great. It's great to see normal relationships, that these characters do have relationships with each other, because they're superheroes. They're out there fighting crime and bigger things, and they're athletic alpha type people. That stuff is going to happen between, you know, the Avengers and these groups. Everybody's having sex with everybody. Trust me. It's like working at a restaurant. Working at a restaurant, everybody's having sex with everybody. Just assume that going in. That's what these people would be like. It was like, yeah. But the art was great. The story, I'm sure there was an interesting story the issue before, and there might be an interesting story the issue after. But this number 42, like I said, a casual fan who doesn't know this, picking this up, Red Hood and the Outlaws, for the first time, because look at this design. That's really cool. They look like they're ready for some action. But this is false advertising. Once you get into the book, there's nothing going on in the book. So, I might check out number 43 when it comes out, but I'm not really motivated. I'm not gonna go look for it. If it comes across, same thing. If it comes across my view and it has a cool cover, and I see that it's 43, I'll go, oh, okay, yeah, I'll pick that up, because it has another. I want to see what's going on with this. But if I were to like forget 2 issues and I saw issue 40, say issue 45 on the stands, I would bypass it, because I'd say, okay, there's stuff that I missed, and 42 did not grab my attention well enough for me to buy it. But I don't know if I can recommend this. Maybe I'll get 43. Maybe I'll remember to buy it. Maybe I won't. But let's look out for this one. Thanks for tuning in. Tiva is walking all over the thing, my desk. I got this little guy painted. This is my first mini that I've painted, my first orc. He's an Evil Sons, but that's just a base coat. I haven't done all the layer coats, but some really cool stuff's going on. I'm gonna start doing indie video games. I'm doing with the Surface Book. I got to get OBS, and it's just another passion of mine. I'm not gonna do reviews on the big games, because everybody does the big games, CODs. If I can, I'll look for games that came out within the most recent 2 weeks. There's one called Scourgebringer that I am gonna do when it comes out early next month. I'm looking forward to that. It's a really cool looking game. Looks like a 16-bit platformer from back in the Super Nintendo days. But that's what I got going on with the channel. I will start doing videos more regularly. I got another one. I'm actually doing notes. There's notes right there on another video that I got coming up. But let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any indie video games on Steam that you guys want me to review, or you think is coming out, or if you know any creators who are making a game currently, send them my way. Also have I don't normally do a webcomic, but I've been reading up on this webcomic that I will do a review on soon enough. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your time, you guys. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I can recommend this. I'm sort of neutral on it. We'll see if I get number 43. But thanks for tuning in. You guys have a good day. Bye.